how are you? I hope you are fine at your homes. Since it is a lockdown, I guess you have not gone anywhere this time with your parents. You were at your home. At the most, you might have visited your nearby relatives. And so, how were your holidays? Did you enjoy them all? Yes, I too enjoyed at least a 1 week's holiday that we got. So with that we have also given you some holidays homework, and I hope you all have completed your holidays homework, and we are also checking your notebooks. Yes, and what I have observed is that you all have completed your work very nicely. But then there are few who have just left out with 1 or 2 chapters. So whenever I am going to return your copies within 10 days, when I return, I hope that you will complete whatever is the pending work. And so I once again welcome you all to the virtual classes after your summer break. So before starting with the syllabus of July, I just want to tell you that before that, in the month of May, we were left with one topic, that is pronouns. So before starting the syllabus of July, I just want to cover the syllabus of May. So we are going to start with the pronouns. I'll be telling you what are pronouns, we'll be doing what are the types of pronouns. But then before that, we'll recall whatever we have done in the month of May in the grammar portion, which is also related with our topic pronouns. If you have remember, we have also done sentences. Yes. So what are the 2 parts of sentences? We have done that also, if you remember. Yes, they were number 1, subject and predicate. So we'll be revising what is subject, what is predicate, and along with that I have also discussed what is an object, if you remember. So all these 3 things, subject, object, this is what related with your concept of pronouns. So before starting pronoun, it is very necessary that we discuss about this, and I hope you remember the 8 parts of speech that we have done, and pronoun is also amongst one of them. So let us quickly recall the 8 parts of speech that we have done. Number 1, noun. Number 2, adjective, pronouns, adverbs, interjections, prepositions, conjunctions. So all these are what? These are your various parts of speech, and amongst one is pronoun that we are going to start with. So let us quickly see what is a subject and predicate. So let's start with parts of speech. Number 1, noun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, interjection. So what are subject and predicate? Let's see. Number 1, every complete sentence has 2 parts. So number 1, subject and predicate. So what is subject? Subject tells us about what or who the sentence is about, and predicate, it tells us what the subject does. Let's take some examples. Let's quickly recall what is subject and predicate once again. So let us see subject now. Subject is who or what the sentence is about. Predicate, what the subject does. So in the first sentence, Nathan was eating a sandwich. Let us see what is subject. Of course, it is Nathan, as he is the doer of action. So what is he eating? Sandwich. So what is sandwich? It is our object. So we come to know that subject and object are 2 parts. Second, Sam loves playing football. So Sam here is again what? Subject, doer of action, and what is he playing? Of course, football. So it is a object. So subject and object, I hope it is clear to you all. Let's take one more example so that the concept is clear. The dentist pulled out a tooth. Now who is the doer? Dentist, and he is what? Subject. So he is the doer of action. And what is he taking out? Pulling out teeth. So what is object here? Of course, it is tooth. So subject and object are clearly defined in the example. So now let us see what is a pronoun. Pronoun replaces a noun in the sentence. So it is used in place of nouns. Once again, it replaces a noun. So pronouns can do everything that nouns can do, and they can be subject or predicate. Now let us see various pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Now let us see why we need them. Why are they necessary? Why do we use pronouns? Well, number one, to avoid repeating nouns again and again in the sentence. Because repeating noun makes sentence cumbersome, that is boring, and it leads to complexity. It makes the sentence complex. So let us see the few examples now. I'll be starting with the first example. So let us see the first sentence, how nouns are used, and then we'll just see how we can replace the nouns with the help of pronouns. So first, using nouns only. Raj bought the book because Raj wanted to read it. In this sentence, Raj is repeatedly used and it is a noun. Now using pronoun, Raj bought the book because he wanted to read it. So we have replaced Raj with he. So he is used here as a pronoun. Now let us take another example. Just using nouns. The dog was barking because the dog was hungry. Here noun is dog. Now let's replace with pronoun. The dog was barking because it was hungry. So here we have used it as a pronoun. So let's see the last example to make the concept more clear. Let us see the sentence using nouns only. Prakshi was crying, so Prakshi's father gave Prakshi a bicycle. Now, Prakshi, we all know it's a noun. But does it look nice if we repeat Prakshi again and again? So, let's replace it with a pronoun now. Prakshi was crying, so her father gave her the bicycle. So, now we have replaced Prakshi with her. So, here her is used as a pronoun, and we'll be using pronouns, let's repeat, to avoid complexity of sentences, and they can be both subject or predicate. So let us see some examples of pronouns and where they are used. We have some subject pronouns like I, he, she, it, but where can we use them? So let us see through the video.
Pronouns it, I, we, he, she, they, and you are used in the place of names of people or things. It is used in place of a thing. In the example, this is my sketchbook. It's very colorful. It is used in place of the sketchbook. I is used in place of a person who refers to himself or herself. In the example, this drawing is mine. I got the first prize for it. I is used in place of the person who is referring to himself. We is used in place of people, including the person speaking or writing. In the example, this is a picture of my family. We are 5 in all. We is used in place of the 5 people in the picture, one of whom is the person speaking. He is used in place of the name of a boy or man. In the example, this is Alex. He is my brother. He is used in place of Alex. She is used in place of the name of a girl or woman. In the example, this is Julia. She is my sister. She is used in place of Julia. They is used in place of people or things being referred to. In the example, this is a picture of Albert and Jack. They are my cousins. They is used in place of Albert and Jack. You is used in place of a person or persons spoken to. In the example, this is your picture. You are smiling in it. You is used in place of the person spoken to. In this module you have learned that a pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. It is used in place of a thing. I is used in place of a person who refers to himself or herself. We is used in place of people, including the person speaking. He is used in place of the name of a boy or man. She is used in place of the name of a girl or woman. They is used in place of people or things being referred to. You is used in place of a person or person spoken to.
So, I hope now you understand what are pronouns. So, that was just an introduction of pronouns, and now let us see what are subject pronouns, what are object pronouns, what are possessive pronouns in the form of a table. How subject pronouns can be used in the form of object pronouns and then possessive pronouns. So, let us see that. So, let us see the types of pronouns now. Personal pronoun, possessive, demonstrative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, reflexive pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, interrogative pronoun, and lastly we have the relative pronoun. So now let us see the object pronouns and the subject pronouns.
There are two types of personal pronouns: subject pronouns and object pronouns. Pronouns that are the subject of the sentence are subject pronouns. Here is the list of subject pronouns. We have the singular pronouns I, you, he, she, it, and the plural pronouns we, you, and they. Object pronouns are used when the person or thing is the object of the sentence or clause. Here is the list of object pronouns. Singular pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, and the plural pronouns are us, you, and them. And here is the list of all the subject and object pronouns. Let's practice. Complete with the appropriate subject and object pronouns.
Time to get serious. Time to get serious!
Complete the mission.
Mr. Robinson loves to give tests, so nobody likes. Time's going. Time's up, and the answer is him. Nobody likes him. Close your book, put away, and get ready for the pop quiz. Which pronoun can we use here? Time's going. Time's up. The answer is it. Put it away. How about this one? Isn't good at mathematics, so I would never copy from her. Time's going. Time's up. And the answer is she. She isn't good at mathematics, so I would never copy from her. Are not to speak once the test begins. The answer is we are not to speak once the test begins, or it could also be you are not to speak once the test begins. How about this one? While they are talking in class, Miss watches who? Hint, it's an object plural pronoun. The answer is Miss watches them. Them is the answer. Mrs. Puddle may open the window. What's the answer in this sentence? Time's up. The answer is Mrs. Puddle, may I open the window? I is the answer. Do understand the instructions? The answer is you. How about this one? Because we were late, Mrs. Scott gave detention. Time's going. Time's up. And the answer is, because we were late, Mrs. Scott gave us detention. I like this book. Too. What's the answer for this sentence? Time's going. Time's up. The answer is me too. The answer is me too. That's the answer. Great job, guys.